I just want to explain how I lost $1,411 today. And be like, bro, how are you doing that? And it's like, well, let's find out. You know what I'm saying? Um, Whatever. So it was all in crude oil. If I look at my orders today that have filled, we see some Nasdaqs and some crude oils. All right, that's the only ones. So let's hop on over and see what happened. On my trade journal, you can see that um, I had lost. Let's say this is the playback. This was in the early morning. I had 3 trades in the playback session. Lost a total of 21.8 apples. Then started my real session, and we lost twice there. Lost another one, a holding split in the NQ, which is a larger time frame. And then I think I had longed there and I lost. So I was down 100 and some odd dollars. And then I had worked this. This was big deal. So, and crude oil, the market dropped. Wow. All right. Hold on real quick. Um I had gained like 300. I was positive like $500 today. I don't know how. I was positive $500 at the start. Um let's do this by time. All the way at the morning. The NQ bought I had bought or I sold short 1286 and then I bought what? Filled. 10 seconds later I bought 8 again. That makes no sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. Um oh my gosh. Entered. No, no, no. Filled. My goodness. Whatever. I got filled at 295. Excuse 295. Here it was. I know what I did now. This is how I got the money. It was a huge long, or sorry, a huge short from down here. If you look at the breakout, if you look at my sheet here, 859, or sorry, zone number 250. This broke out and only went 0.5. I got stopped out, but then I just said, screw it, I'm going short. And that's actually not in the spreadsheet. That's how I got $500. So if you look at zone number 250, look all the way down here. This was my breakout, and I had taken that on the account. All right. And then we lost like $120 because it came back and stopped me out. If you look at this here, came back and stopped me out. But then I'm like, this thing looks like it's aggressively going down. So we went short and it eventually did go down big time. If you look at it, was that a 3-minute chart? It was a 3-minute. So if you look at it, that's all the way up here. All the way up here, we went short and it dropped and we got out at around 250. We got out around here, this blue line. And at that point, um, we were positive 490 some odd dollars. And then I hopped over to crude oil. So then I'm like, wow, that was a great short. We did it really well. That went a large amount, um, seemingly. Went, if you look at it, it went way more. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, we were successful there. $500 in the positive, around 400 or something like that. All right. At that point, my realized profit was 400 bucks. No other orders are in. And then I saw crude oil dipping. Crude oil was diving, 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 And as you can see on the spreadsheet, we had went long on the anti-breakout. And this was a tough one because this one went 1-to-1. And I'm like, I think this is going. And we were up 300 plus odd more dollars. And then it came crashing down and busted me out. And I was like, oh, that hurt because, we shouldn't be hurt anymore. But, it sucks because this is what it looked like, the anti-breakout. And it eventually came up and down. See, it toyed around with us for quite a long time. And then we got out, I think, at break even. So it didn't hurt that much. But I think we were just getting out. And then we jumped into, I think I put it on a spreadsheet, the daily NQ long. This was a lot of money as well. NQ, if you look at the spreadsheet, that was zone number 253. We look at it and this thing looked like it's going down. Look, I mean, it's on the daily split. This is kind of a perfect spot to bump it up a little bit. And look at that 240-minute zone. We're getting a good price on it. If that's our stop, and that's what it was, that was our zone right there. And it eventually, it just sauced through us. It just, NQ. It really did just sauce right through us. Oh, I'll have to replot that zone, but it sauced right through us. It went completely through everything, and oh, we were going long, and boom, it broke, and we lost money on that. I think we might have been still positive, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And then we just decidedly going along on NQ, but then I didn't do that, and I just centered all my money on crude oil long instead. Because crude oil long was 255. There it is, 255, and we're like, yeah, this thing's going up. It's just gonna go up, and you could, and this would happen. It went up a little bit, only to get crushed downwards. Up a little bit, only to get crushed downwards, and it broke. And then I was really frustrated because now we're down $330 when we were up 500 bucks at one point. Now we're down 350 bucks. And we were trying to long something that's completely fell out of the bed, So this thing stopped us out, as you can see here. And at this point, I re-entered the same exact trade. If you look at the same chart, and I just lowered my stop. So see this red line? This is the previous trade that I got stopped out on. Now I just bought with this is the stop with the red. So I'm just inching this way and keep on buying the same amount of size, the same amount everything. And because of I'm such a small account, all I have is one contract. I'm such a small account. So we longed again. So as you can see, my tendencies are when something's dying, I buy. I buy into it, seeing that it should come back a little bit at least. And this sometimes works, and sometimes doesn't. And this time it truly did not. And I chose to re-enter multiple times. I chose to re-enter. So this one here is my first initial NQ short. Then I had a crude oil long. Then I had another crude oil long, got stopped out. Then I had another crude oil long. All of them lost. Huh. Maybe I shouldn't long crude oil. Yeah. Well, the thing is, that was 3 times, all right? And as you can see, I loaded up size on these because they were big zones. I just chose a large zone because I wanted to win them. And I had a lot of size on here. This is a lot of money, you know, to put on the line. As you can see here on this column, it's a triple. That's triple normal size, normal risk. You know, that's a lot of money. That's all I can say. It's a lot of money. And as you can see, I wanted a long, broke. So when do we stop? It's like, when do we stop? When do we stop trying to long something that doesn't want to go up? How are you supposed to know? This is only three attempts. One attempt? No. I have tons of reentries that, oh, I didn't nail it nice. Now it's ready. Boom. And it works really well. Maybe a two time. Maybe a two time. Then I would have avoided this 15 apple loss. Instead, it would just be 12. That's really good comparingly. Really. Um, but what about NQ? This was the separate trade that it broke the zone and then I went long intuitively. I think this could be the issue. I think this could be the issue on the ints. So let's go over this. Let's how about let's filter on intuitives and see what honestly happened to these things. And I would say no to X's because those were complete gambles. But now these aren't gambles. These are like honest trades that I just feel like is gonna win, you know? What's the furthest it goes, right? This is the furthest. Let's get the optimization out. Um, I need optimization out here because let's just see if it's even profitable at all. I think that's a good idea. Um, that doesn't look like it. Maybe random. Oh boy. Um, I'm looking for optimization. I don't know why that might not be. Trade journals. No, doesn't look like it. Trade booking will have it, but I'm trying to look for the only optimization one. Sorry. File folder searches always screw up. I don't know why. I just can't handle it. Optimize. Why is this walk forward? Interesting. Trading random. Really? Are you sure? I just looked in trading random. Optimize underscore anything at 11. No, that was 3 years ago. Whatever. I know it's in here, so let's just take a look at that. Oh, attempts analysis actually has it better. All right, let's just load this up quick. Maybe not. My goodness, sorry. Gotta look at what's going on here. All right. That's not there either. What is in the world is my... So weird. I'm gonna have to get this saved immediately. All right. Yeah. Let's get this going here. I'm going to carry this over. Get optimization. And also search. No, I'll bring search in there too, sure. No, not a calculator. Yeah, sure, calculator too, for sure. That won't be an issue, but also search. All right. Search, create a copy, go to book one. Okay. All right. There you go. I think that's it. So let's go down there. All right. The optimizations. Um, um, all right. So D300 goes to 300. 300. Okay. 101. There you go. That's the problem. D101. D300, you mean? All right. Almost done. We're just going to optimize the whole reason I'm doing this is let's find out if our intuitive trades are profitable. And if so, where should we be getting out? All right. Because right now it's not been profitable, right? So trade booking, let's go to here. These are all our trades, all right? All our intuitive trades. So let's throw it right in here. And 1.75. You know, and we'll count this one as a 0 too. So right now we see that on a 1-to-1 it's roughly 50-50. It's really not even good. The edge above break even is you are 4% above break even, which is extremely small. This is obviously not good edge. It's really not good. So you might you might consider that um, you might consider saying no to all intuitive trades ever. You know, hey, it sucks, but I feel like we've been winning lately. But it doesn't say it. That doesn't say it. So, and as you can see, with how this is optimized based on based on taking the best, taking a 1-to-1. If you took a 1-to-1 each time, but in our honest trading, we didn't take 1-to-1s. Overall, we're positive 142. Positive 142. Interesting. That's really good. That's probably our highest scoring int. Um, yeah. I mean, um, you can see that, you know, as far as apples go, intuitives aren't the worst playing one. Um, let's throw in what happened today. So today we went from, what's the last on the list here? 247. Ledger is Zone number 247. Oh, that's why. 247 and beyond. What is going on? Is there some filter going on? Oh, the X was, huh? Interesting. I don't know what that was, but 247 was the latest, so these have all been taken. Adding 9 trades. 9 seems to be my average, and I'm gonna say sim playback. Playback was these first 3, but then this was a large loss day. If you see my profit loss after this is going to be a big loss, as it should be. Um, but this retirement, what was the rest of the trades? Okay. So I think we just lost. We could not stop losing. So 276 is my latest. This is a huge loss. Really trying to work, but holy moly, that's what happens, you know. And right now, that's what I'm trying to talk about. Like, how can we prevent that from happening? If you look on the left there, that's my profit and loss. That is a huge down move today. Huge down move. We're trying to get upwards. We're trying to keep that uptrend going. But man, oh man, there's no question that we lost today, and I think it's because of that intuition trades. Um, if I had just, I don't know, when I start buying long, like bang my head against the wall basically and be stubborn, I seem to lose. But it's certain times that I re-enter that I'm trying to do something differently, and then I'll just take the int, and it ends up working really well. Like, there's plenty of integers that are ints that work really well. Let's look at these latest ints right here. These two. I mean, these worked really well. They went 2.75, then this one went 1.25, in which I stopped. I think it's made the low of the day. I'm just going to buy. And that's what happens. Um, what's the next int? These two are ints. These worked really well. This one went 2.25. This one I was going for 3, went 0, broke. But this one worked really well. Went 6 to 1. That's obviously great. But yeah, so basically, why did I lose today? I was trying to buy NASDAQ right here, and it didn't work. That was one loss, and then the major loss was here in crude oil. I was trying to buy it within this zone here. So I think I bought here, lost, bought here, lost, bought again, lost, and then one more time, and it didn't move. Or it went down and then stopped moving. So I think I don't know how to prevent this without limiting my trading. So my trading is built off of being able to go freestyle. I am a trader. I have setups and I have a system, but then I have a completely intuitive sense and feel in which I have been trying to track and I can trade with, and I give myself access to trade those trades. with nothing based on the chart, everything based on feeling. Sorry, everything based on the chart, but it's not necessarily technical. It's not like a distal line that's drawn proximal here, there, but everything. It's more like I plot my stop, I buy my entry and my stop. I know where it is. That's it. Um, I don't know if it'll help my trading to have zero int, because then I'm like, "Oh, I don't know how to buy then. Like, then I try to force some anti breakouts or um, you know, all those others. Um, instead of just saying, screw it, boom, this is my box. Like, I'm just gonna buy. And I like that idea. I like the intuitive idea. Just, it's low. This is my box. It's low. It's low right now. I'm gonna buy right now. I'm gonna give it that much space, and then let's see what happens. And then this is the zone, and then boom, that's where my stop loss is. That's what I did today. And then it just so happened it got stopped out. It's like this. Boom. It's like this, more like this. Boom. I got stopped out. Ouch. Like, all right, I'm just gonna buy again right there. I'm just gonna buy again. And then reposition the box. It's like, okay, why are you buying again? Well, nothing's changed. It's still very overextended, and it still probably needs a bounce, in my opinion. That's my brain. That's what I'm thinking. Um, if nothing's changed, then why'd you get out of the market? Well, I can't have no stop loss on it. Why is it still a buy if it continues downwards? Is it more of a buy if it continues downwards? Um, yes. It becomes more of a buy as it goes down. Okay. So is a fundamental this might be a fundamental flaw. Um, if it continues down and you lose, you lost. So it's less likely to win. Um, did you have a normal trade connected with this? Crude oil long anti-breakout. Yes, you did. All right. You had an anti-breakout trade that went against you, so you wanted to buy and buy because it's past the anti-breakout. Okay. Yeah, well, it didn't work. Didn't work. Did not work. Um, NQ long broke, but then I'm saying screw it, I want to go long. That's bad. Crude oil long, that anti-breakout broke. Screw it, I'm gonna go long. Intuitively, that one broke, and then you did it again, and then that one broke as well. So, or that one's like not really working. Anyways, um, I'm really at a loss. I don't know how to do this other than saying no intuitive, but then you're just gonna simply find little breakouts. You're gonna find a way to get in long, and with even smaller risk, with even tighter zones, with even a higher losing rate. So instead, you just plot one larger box and then go long. Um, I do think there's one good thing about this is I have a stop loss in each trade. I didn't let it just ride against me, even though it's the same thing as, you know, here's my box, I get stopped out, I move my box down, I get stopped out, I move my box down. it's really the same thing as riding it down. So that's why it inflated to such a large loss. Um, let's see here. Um, I think, I don't know. What do we do? What do we do from this? What do we do from here? It's not about the money right now. It's about what caused this. You know, um, what caused this? Like, really, what caused this to happen? Um, I lost many in a row. Secondly, it was overextended and I lost the reversion to the mean trade. So meaning it dropped dramatically and I went long and I lost that long. So now it's an even more enticing long. There it is. All right, there it is. So when the market tells me it's going down and it breaks my zone, why do I want to buy? Because I think something like this is going to happen on NQ. Think something I think that's going to buy. I think it's going to buy back. But it was just so far lower than it could be. So let's take a look at this. This is the zone. How about we can only buy on zones? It ruins a lot of things because I do want to trade intuitively. But how about let's just be a little more smart. Let's just learn. You can have all the same rules, but let's just learn from this mistake. Learn. Try to learn. Trying to learn is, well, this zone broke. Let's go down to a smaller time frame and see where another zone might be. Instead of longing immediately right here, because you think it's going to stop your distal line out and then come back out. You think it's going to wick right back in. It didn't happen. It didn't happen today. It went lower. So this would be my zone under here. It didn't get there. There was a zone right here, and I think that stopped out as well. So um, you're kind of basically screwed. Um, like you can try to long. If this thing got stopped out, yeah, this thing got stopped out. You would have no way of longing this and winning, um, because this pisses you off. Lose, lose, and you're like, screw it. I'm just gonna go long with a big old stop. I think that it's going up. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it does happen. That it does go up. So the idea is, I want to be able to trust my gut, but secondly, we have to understand when you're just um, when you're pushing back against the market, when he pushes you, it's when you lose, get stopped out, it's like him pushing you. Don't push back. You can't push back. You just can't push back, man. So, um, don't push back. And I pushed back today, broke again, and I said, screw it, I'm pushing back even harder, and it broke me again. So the idea is, don't push back at all. Because once you push back more, you're like, what, screw it. Um, don't push back. The aggression that you have, you know, is seen. Obviously, today you saw it. I longed, got stopped out, and said, screw it, I'm longing more, tripled my risk, longing more, tripled my risk. I lost again. Now it's really going to go up because it's so far down, because it keeps on stopping me out. It's so far down, it's an even better buy. I'm going long even more right now. So this is my number one flaw in trading. I don't know I don't know how to fix it because it's also I do accumulate profit doing these trades. Like buying dips like this. I have bought many dips in into int dips, intuitively dips. So I've timed that many times. It's about a 50-50 rate of hitting and not, which is not very good on 1-to-1. I think in int trades, see, I don't want to limit it to any risk reward either because it's based on the charts, based on the trade, it's based on what I feel. How do I avoid having crude oil loss after crude oil loss? That's the deal. If you're gonna do an int trade, you better be, that's it. Like that with that symbol, that direction, you can't re-enter an int going long again. You can't. It's not, you cannot do that. So the idea is, what to do is, so we doubled the position. We doubled the position in this when it formed, when it was prices cheap. Yeah. There you go. So there's no reason to double my position there. Well, is there anything to learn from here? Don't go long in the same symbol twice. No. I've had plenty of retries that work. I do that all the time. See, NQ short, NQ short, NQ short. See, like, I'm not limiting myself to which direction or which symbol. I don't want to limit myself to that. But we have to avoid, what's the difference? What's the difference between a win and a loss here? What if it won? You know, truth is it didn't, but I'm saying NQ lost. We lost this one. We lost 10. So we went long intuitively. That is something we don't need to have. I think this is a good idea to say that this is my biggest loss because this is an indicator that says this is your biggest loss. I think you should pay attention to this. It just so happens it is my biggest loss. So it's like going long after I get stopped out is probably a bad idea. This is what it looks like. This was my stop loss. All right, red. This was my stop loss. It dropped. It stopped me out. Boom. And then I'm like, oh, I'm going long. I'm going long right here. My stop loss is here. And it was like right here. And it stopped me out again. Like, screw it. But really, actually, my stop loss was even more up because I had just gotten off. So let's take a look at the time. I was long at 9:32. That was entry. Entry. It only took 8 minutes to stop me out, and immediately at 9:40, 8 minutes later, I had gone long. So this means after I got stopped out, it was probably on the same minute, if not the next very minute, I went long. So within a short amount of time, I went long again on the same symbol in the same direction. Same symbol, same direction, same minute. That's probably a falsity. 9:42. This one took a long time, I think. Wait a second. Anti-breakout 9:11, but 9:45 crude oil long. I don't know. That was my initial position, but right away after I lost that one, I think I went long again. So same symbol, same direction. What do we got to look out for? Same symbol, same direction. int. This danger. Danger, danger. If it's the same symbol in the same direction, around the same time, meaning not enough time has passed. And another ultra indicator is that would be an intuitive trade. There you go. So same symbol, same direction, around the same time, int, an int trade. This is something to look out for. This is something to look out for. This is my biggest flaw, and that's why we lost $1,400 today. Sorry, and I should feel bad about it. I'm treating it like I know better. Kind of stupid of me. Let's move forward. I don't want to be. I probably am looked at as pompous or ungrateful. No, I'm not sorry when I should be sorry. That's how I look, probably. However, bro, what do you want me to do? Not do it again. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying not to do this again. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. And I think I do need to feel more sorry because I think I do need to feel more sorry because it's the remorse that you feel when you do something wrong. That's a bad feeling and you don't want to feel that. And you know what? I'm sorry. And the problem is that this is not hurting, in my eyes, it's not hurting anybody but me. But really, was my retirement money that I lost. This was way more than this, man, and I lost it all. So this seems like less to me. But in order for me to have it more personal, I can hurt myself more than I can hurt others. I feel bad when I hurt others. I don't feel that bad when I hurt myself. And I think trading needs to become more like others because then I will feel more sorry. Then I will feel more remorse. I'm not a faker. I can't just fake these feelings. I I don't feel horrible because I'm trying to learn from this. I'm not trying to do this again. I'm not trying to now I know danger when I buy the same when I do the same trade basically over again. And when I yeah, basically re-entries. Really be scared of re-entries and really be scared of the same symbol, same direction around the same time without much time passed. You just got stopped out. There's a red zone right after you get stopped out around, within 20 minutes, probably within 15 minutes. I'd probably trade it within 1 minute I'm entering, but especially the hot zones within 5 minutes, 15, you know, within 15 minutes. If you don't, if you wait that long without placing, the same symbol, same direction, perhaps the same setup like an intuitive, um, that's that danger. If you go outside of that time, I think you're all right. You'll be all right. Um, but now we know what to look for. This is my flaw. This is what in my opinion, now we know. Now we know what the devil uses and tilts me. Now we know this. So now he's gonna have to change his tune to something else because we're becoming aware of all of these things. We're getting shining light on this, and they don't like the light. The devil doesn't like the light. He doesn't want to be seen doing this. He just wants me to keep getting effed over, and we're not trying to get effed over anymore. Politely, we're shining light over everything. There's nothing hidden anymore, you know. So this is what we're trying to do. Um, but yeah, that's how I lost. things to look out for. Number one, same symbol, same direction. Number two, around the same time, like within 5 minutes after getting stopped out. Number three, if it's an intuitive trade, meaning it doesn't really have any rules to get you into the market. You just feel like you'd want to get in. It has a stop loss, but you just randomly draw it. So, well, not randomly. It's based on what you think, based on how big of a risk you think you can have, based on the chart that it can have. So danger when you enter in the same trade over again, or same symbol, same direction. Um, yeah, and especially intuitive trades.